I'm a fan, so the accent's probably given me away by now. I used to sit in the stand behind us right now for a good 10 years. They were advertising for a 6-month marketing placement. I thought, well, I can go do that and then go have a proper job and have a proper career. And I always say I've worked at my football club, and I'm still here 20.5 years later, so it's funny how things work out. My name is Threlfall-Sykes. I am Chief Operating Officer at Huddersfield Town, and you're joining us here today at our home, the Accu Stadium. We've been taken over by another owner now, so a gentleman called Kevin Nagel, who's from Sacramento. It was a big focus of Kevin's from day one that the screen wasn't really fit for purpose anymore. All the considerations came into play, so the commerciality of it, how we could activate that from a sponsorship standpoint, but also from a fan experience standpoint as well, because you could sit at the other end of our stadium and not actually see what was going on the screen, which obviously isn't ideal. So we had to think really carefully and work with a really intuitive partner about the shape of the screen, and as you can see behind me, we've gone really wide now as opposed to deeper, so there were lots of considerations, and again, genuinely digiLED were absolutely outstanding from start to finish.
So there's a lot of implications when it comes to the roof, loadings. You know, we've got to think about weather conditions, especially up north, where we could put a load of weight on a structure and then it could snow. And it could snow quite heavily, so you're going to load that roof up considerably a lot more. So my name's Tony Wichards. I'm the installation manager at digiLED. We fixed the screen to an existing structure built by local contractors, so that was already installed. This time around, we added our own steelwork to that. We've made it 2/3 bigger than what it was. There's 17 tonnes hanging off the roof compared to what it was. So a lot of implications when it comes to how do we spread that weight evenly and make sure that it still fits in with the roof's tolerances. The product is a Vision Max X. It's 21 metres wide by 4.5 metres high. It's a 10mm pixel pitch, which does a very good job of incorporating pretty much every angle in the stadium for people to see it.
And again, the team at digiLED were extremely helpful in giving us all the information we needed, weights, calculations, stress testing, to make sure that we could work with our structural engineers and our team on site here. We had to put quite a lot of new steel work in as well, but as an effective way as possible. You know, there's no fat there, there's no wasted steel that we had to pay for, which is really key for me in my role.
The biggest parts is having the relationship with us as a contractor and the client by making sure that whatever structural elements we bring in, the stadium has to be happy that it's going to meet their requirements and they're happy for us to carry on with the work. We're definitely constricted with the height. It's hard to notice, but right underneath is a camera position. They needed to make sure they still had a clear shot to the goal, and not just the goal, you know, a certain amount of height above it. So we couldn't come down too low, but if you can see the top corners, they pinch right at the top of where we couldn't push it up any higher. We couldn't really go down any lower. So what we did is we let the front of the screen overhang slightly the original structure. Enough to still be able to get in and fix it and work on it, but just enough that we could accommodate the height, maximum height we could and the width we could with what we had. I suppose the challenge of the curved roof was the way it does roll in two different directions. It rolls front to back and left to right. So the fixings we had, they weren't just a flat welded plate on the top. They had a certain angle to meet. So we had to make sure that when we did the checks and the measurements on that, we double checked that we could make it fit and it was going to meet the right requirements. And then that had to go back to their structural engineers to make sure that was going to work within the structure they had. Primarily, we got it pretty much bang on. The bolts went straight and there was no issues with that at all.
Anything we can do to look at our energy usage has been top of the agenda at the moment. So when we learned about ZEUS as a technology, game changer for us. With our previous big screen, which again was a digiLED product but was very, very old, where spare parts weren't available anywhere in the world. So we had a real risk versus reward situation in terms of turning it off completely to save energy versus will it turn back on again properly. So when we learned about ZEUS and the fact that it will allow us to kind of turn the screen off when we're not using it, to have something like that where it genuinely just turn the screen off and we don't have to worry about it turning back on the next day, it's probably the single biggest energy saving initiative that we have at this football club. in terms of the technology. It still needed more power than the previous screen just through its sheer size. So we had our electrical engineer on site. Again, needed to fully understand what the screen needed. The team at digiLED were extremely helpful with that. Even really basic logistics, needing somewhere to store it when it arrived in the country. It sounds mad when you've got a 24,000 seater stadium, but there's not a lot of storage space here. So yeah, the team at digiLED were extremely helpful at actually storing the panels off site for us until we needed to call them. And even disposing of the old technology were really, really helpful from the Wii perspective on that front too.
The digiLED difference, I would say, is that we do big projects well, and it's understanding the complications. It's understanding the structure side, the power side, the data side, and making sure they're the three things to me that you've got to tick off, and you've got to tick them off and make sure the client is completely on board and understands each element.
Tony, the entire installation team were top class from start to finish, understood the challenges we had to overcome, clearly had a lot of work going on around the country and around the world at that time, but didn't make us feel like we were less important than any other piece of work that were going on in London, in Australia, anywhere that we'd be working. Real attentive from start to finish, extremely helpful at helping us overcome the challenges that we had. Anyone that's considering a new big screen installation, and I know that's not all that digiLED do as well, but I would definitely recommend digiLED for a couple of reasons. Our working relationship with the team at digiLED for years, back from 2008 when we did the first install, has been top class, but it certainly reached a new level through the installation of the screen that's behind me now. Just go to the website, www.digiled.com, and find me on LinkedIn. I'm on there somewhere.